It's a pretty intense infestation. Check out all those aphids.
I don't know about cutting it right there.
Or yeah, just cut it somewhere.
I'll cut it down here. Buddy.
You're covered in ladybugs.
I am covered in ladybugs.
I guess we can let's just do this.
Get on there. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, the bag just fell. You're welcome.
Oh yeah. Delicious buffet of aphids.
They're chowing down on these. There's new strawberries out here every day. It's like a snack waiting for you every morning.
Little strawberry blessings.
Everything is a blessing to Daniel. A little strawberry blessing, a little coffee blessing. Such a peaceful scene to know that there's a war going on over there.
That's right.
On those bean plants.
Get them, ladybugs.
Oh my gosh.
Ladybugs go.
So you're like the person who goes out front with the instrument.
Yes.
So you don't want to sing a war song because you're not a fighter. So
I'm not a fighter. So this is their lovely buffet dinner song.
Oh, so you're gonna serenade them with their dinner?
Enjoy your aphid breakfast. I hope that they're so delicious for you. Eat them up so my beans will grow real good. Ladybug, enjoy your aphid breakfast.
Oh my goodness. I think they're satisfied patrons of the Roots and Refuge Garden restaurant. I ordered ladybugs on Amazon, and to be honest, in years past, you could order like 1,500 ladybugs for 20 bucks. I'm assuming that it's because of COVID and shipping and the fact that so many more people are into gardening this year than in past years. When I ordered mine, they had gone up to about $35, and I thought that was really, I was just kind of outraged that they cost as much. But now, when I'm looking at them online, they're like way more. So I think as the demand goes up, unfortunately the price is raising. To be completely honest, they do a good job. I really like getting them, and they really do help with the aphids. I would not spend $80 on ladybugs. They don't do that good of a job. You might still have to deal with aphids. It's not going to be like a one and done solution. It helps some, especially if you have a really bad infestation like that. But if you're watching this video and you go look up ladybugs and you can't find any for less than $80, I'm just gonna give you my personal opinion that it's not worth that. The thing with the ladybugs is they may or may not stick around. They stay here in my garden, but I have a really big garden and there are a lot of insects for them to live on. It stays pretty, you know, we water really regularly, and so they have everything they need. So I'll see ladybugs all year. I already still had more at the beginning of this year than I have in years past. I think from the ones residual from last year, they've just started to populate this area. But I've heard a lot of people say that they ordered them and they put them out in their garden, and within a couple weeks they didn't see any at all because they moved on once they were out of food and water. Look at this wild tangle. These cuckoozy gourds are going all over the place. They just do what they want. This is just too much for me. They're everywhere. What are you doing? You playing in a livestock tank?
What?
Did your sweet daddy scrub that out and fill it up for you?
Jackson did.
Oh, Jackson did? What a sweet brother he is. Ezra just went inside. Him and Ben are playing in that livestock tank. It's a hot day, and Ben was very upset yesterday that we didn't get to go swimming. We have a neighbor with a pool that lets us come swimming, but we're working on the kitchen, and that's really taking up the time and energy. And he was bummed, so Dad made him a little farm pool in the front yard. Y'all having fun? All right, Maya, you ready to give everybody a little update?
Sure.
I don't know that we like really have told everybody that we're actually kind of redoing the living room as well.
Oh, and the pantry.
And well, no, we told them about the pantry.
And the hallway.
Yeah, we didn't tell them about the
And
hallway.
the entryway.
Yeah.
All that.
Remodels have a way of
Snowballing.
and you start one thing and it's like, well, since I'm already doing this, it kind of makes sense to just go ahead and do this crossover space also. So we're in construction a little while longer than we had originally planned. What is it that they say? It always takes longer than you thought and costs more than you hoped?
The longer part, yes. I think we're within budget. Yeah.
All right, here's our kitchen. Now's the fun part.
The fun part?
Yeah, I mean, you've done all of the work of getting it like stripped down, reset, all of the stuff done. Everything is right now. All of the subfloor's been replaced, the sheetrock's been replaced.
Electrical's been addressed. Some changes that we kind of like practically needed to make the kitchen more functional is done. We've converted the gas line in, so we'll be able to hook the gas range up.
That's awesome.
Cabinets are done. So from this point, like stuff starts going up that starts making it look finished, which is good. New window.
Yeah.
Looks fabulous.
You've done such a good job.
Oh yeah, this one, you want to show me this?
Oh, Jeremiah's too excited about this.
This has been a dream of mine to have a kitchen that has slow closing. Dream fulfilled.
While I was in El Dorado, they handled all of the like dangerous stuff, all of the everything being completely open, and kind of made it where we could come back safely and the kids be in the house. And we've been cooking out back a lot, eating a lot of salads. Sammy's the grill, yeah, has been kind of the same grace. But overall, I don't think this has been awful. I'm glad it's not going to be for like months and months, but yeah, we're dealing with it. Jeremiah's doing a really good job. He's got really great help.
By the next weekend, it'll look
really different.
Really done.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Daniel?
It's amazing. You did a great job, Jeremiah.
Appreciate it.
Seriously.
You have a song to sing about it?
A song to sing about the new kitchen. Your beautiful kitchen.
I want a little more than that. Maybe a little more creative.
More creative.
Yeah. Wow me.
Okay.
Like I'm just walking into this space and I'm like, man, this really needs a good song.
I can see from the sheetrock all around that one day your beauty will be so profound.
Yes, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. And we'll have to have a follow-up song when it's done.
Oh, you got it.
Okay.
I think whenever we cook dinner in here, he'll sing about that.
Oh,
that's
yes.
probably true.
Amazing job, and they're doing such an amazing job, and you know the amazing job that's going to come after.
Feed me.
Okay, Ben, what are your thoughts about the kitchen?
Looks good.
Ben the whole time has been like, I'll ask you what's next, and you're so optimistic about things, and then I'll ask Ben, he's like, he pulls me down, he's like, might take a few extra days.
Try to be realistic. Time frame wise.
It's good teamwork.
Yeah, it's good teamwork. I just got done spraying the garden. This is like a 2-gallon sprayer. You can buy them on Amazon or like farm stores or whatever. A lot of times they're sold, advertised for spraying things like herbicides or weed killers or whatever, but obviously it's just a plastic container. You can put whatever you want to put in it. And this is a really good thing to have if you're spraying more than just a really small garden bed. You're gonna get tired of this motion. But I just got done spraying the squash jungle. Noticed that my okra is really starting to produce, so that's really exciting. I'm gonna come out here in the morning and harvest those. I'm using a new product. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the name because I know you guys will ask, but just to be fair, this is literally the first time I've ever sprayed it on anything. So if you want to hold out for an opinion, I'll share one after I have one. But it's called Dr. Zymes, and it's an organic, it's called Eliminator, but it's supposed to help with fungicide and pests. And it was recommended by multiple viewers, and on about the 4th recommendation, I just went and ordered a small bottle of concentrate to give it a shot. The instructions of the Dr. Zymes stuff said like different dilutions depending on what you were trying to take care of. And basically you could use like a really mild dilution if you're doing powdery mildew, which is one of the big things I was dealing with the squash. But it also suggests a higher dilution if you're dealing with hard-bodied pests. And I'm starting to get, I don't know, we call them cucumber beetles. They kind of look like ladybugs. And of course I've got aphids coming up and starting like the beginning of squash bugs. So I went ahead with the stronger dilution, and I'm putting it on right now. This is the setting sun here behind my head. I'm putting it on here late in the evening. If you're going to put any sort of pest control on your garden, whether it's an organic option, especially if it's not an organic option, if you're going the route of something that is more a chemical pest control rather than something natural, it's really best to put those on late in the evening. In the cases like this Dr. Zymes stuff can cause photosensitivity in plants. That's how a lot of stuff is, like neem oil. If you put that on in the morning, you're just gonna bake the leaves of your plants in the sun all day. Also, bees go out to forage in the morning, in the earlier part of the day. And so you're going to like lessen the risk of damaging the pollinators by putting your stuff on in the evening so it has a chance to dry before the morning rolls around. And also it's best if you can avoid it, to try not to spray the flowers of plant, especially on things like squash, where those are really going to attract a lot of pollinators. It's a little harder on tomatoes and peppers because they've got so many small flowers, but those don't draw in pollinators quite the same as squash blossoms do. So, you know, whenever I'm spraying these things, I'm really trying to hit the leaves, the underside of the leaves, and not just directly spray the flowers, the blossoms that are inside of them. Now this back patch of squash has no signs of powdery mildew. I have not seen any pests back here, but I'm gonna go ahead and give them just a little coat of this stuff to offset any powdery mildew. If you'll notice here in the evenings, the blossoms of plants are gonna close up, so you don't have to worry about getting this down inside them where they're gonna hurt the bees. So it's much better to do any sort of spraying like this in the evening, because while we like bees, they are insects. Therefore, anything that is designed to kill insects, it will kill bees. Things like diatomaceous earth, neem oil, the things that we put on our garden to kill the insects we don't want, it will damage the insects we do want to. So we need to use it responsibly. Check this out, guys. Well, it's about time for me to cut a bouquet. I haven't cut any of those because my house is under construction, so I don't have anywhere to put a mason jar full of flowers, but I might have to take one to somebody and brighten somebody else's day. You're not coming in, Bear? Oh, goodness. Look at this beautiful space full of life. I came out here a few hours ago, turned on the irrigation to each of these beds. Now I'm going to turn it off. Good deep watering. About every 4th day is doing it right now back here. I might have to increase that some as it gets much warmer. I'm 5'5", and some of the plants have now officially grown taller than me. They grow up so fast. Seriously, that's kind of like a marker with my son. As soon as he got taller than me, he was so proud. It's like he had arrived. And when my plants get taller than me, I sort of start feeling the same feeling. Obviously, I need to do some tying. This happens quick. So about every 4 days now, they start leaning, needing some attention. It's actually our live night, so also the time of year where we start all of our live videos just like pouring sweat, completely kind of out of breath because we finish what we're doing and then rush inside. So Daniel went home this afternoon. I know you guys, by your comments, have really enjoyed having him on the vlog the last couple of days. He visited us from Alabama, and usually when we're not in the middle of a global pandemic and whenever Daniel hasn't got into a nearly fatal car accident. Usually he comes and spends 1 weekend a month with us. It's just kind of like what we've done for the last couple of years since he moved away from living here. Through the comments from the last couple of videos where we had Daniel in the videos, I realized that we've gotten a lot of new subscribers since Daniel hasn't been able to come visit regularly. And so many of you did not know him, but he is the one who makes the music for our channel. He does have a YouTube channel that I will put the link to down below. It's actually in all of our videos. There's a link to Daniel's YouTube channel, and he shares a lot of his music. He's a worship leader. He does have albums and all that stuff, and I'll put the info for that stuff down below. We had a lot of people questioning about that, and I was like, oh wow, it really has been like 100,000 subscribers since Daniel has visited us, which is crazy. We really appreciate you guys being so kind and supportive to our friends, and I really enjoy getting to sharing all of this with someone else who's really excited about it. So it's nice to bring somebody else on the channel that loves to engage with you guys the way that I do. It's now reached the time of year where I have to kind of make a personal shift. I'm not a night owl. I'm actually very much a morning person. However, I am married to a night owl. And so I end up staying up too late a lot of times, just hanging out with Jeremiah. I have to make a very conscious shift in like June to change my habits to get up so that I can be outside before 6. Which means getting up and, you know, making some coffee and just having a little bit of a morning routine, getting up and getting ready so that I can be outside working. And it's just gotten this way. I mean, just a few days ago, it kind of hit me like, okay, we're getting into the summer temperatures. It's been so cool. I usually would have made this transition by about the end of May. But yeah, it's time for that because it is getting so hot in the middle of the day. It's really, really important to take care of yourself, to stay really hydrated, and it is good to push yourself in gardening, but not to the point of being sick. And you can absolutely 100% overdo it trying to work through the heat of the day. So for me, when it gets to the point that it's actually summer, I usually try to have all of my garden work done before 8 in the morning. So usually it means getting out by about 6 and working for 2 hours early in the morning. And honestly, it is such a precious time to me. When I start doing it and I start doing the work, I'm always like, oh yeah, I really like this. And then I always say that I'm gonna keep it up, and then I don't. But maybe this year. So there's one place that my trusty dog just does not want to hang out with me, and that is in the high tunnel. If he ever follows me in, he quickly changes his mind and goes and pushes the door open and lays outside. Too hot for you in there, baby? For reference, since I keep mentioning the heat, it's 90 degrees right now at almost 7 o'clock in the evening. So it's pretty warm. Definitely has me glistening a little bit. I came over to check on Winona before going in for the night. She's already laying down in the dark barn, so I couldn't get any video of her, but she does not look close to having kids. I'm starting to hope she is pregnant. But if not, it'll be okay. Still got a few weeks that she could be pregnant or could be due. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna go inside and hang out with you. You'll see this tomorrow though. I'm blessing you. Until next time.